Well, hello, everybody. It's Dana from the Runny Drink Podcast at runnydrink.net, and welcome to week 6, day 1 of our Couch to 10K or Easy 10K program that we've been doing. It is time for another short run day, and as usual, it's a 30-minute run. So we're going to do a 20-second run interval, 40-second walk interval, and knock it out. I am, of course, joined by the actual talent in this operation.
I'm not the talent. I'm not. I'm really not.
But we thought that we would get out here, knock it out. I had to actually charge the phone before coming out here because this was one of those days where I ran my phone down completely. Mm-hmm. So running a little bit behind of our normal start time.
What is wrong with
We
you?
may finish in the dark at the rate that it's going. So it could happen.
Really?
Yeah. So
sorry. I'm providing the sarcastic commentary.
And you're doing a darn fine job. I provided some too. So
I get it.
How's everybody doing tonight? If you are listening live, please leave a comment, say hi, tell us who you are, where you're from, and if you're running, if you are, let us know what's your interval. What are you doing? We're still doing that 1 to 2 run interval, and I'm just eyeballing the cars behind me because we have like people driving like strangely slowly down the road. I think they're lost.
The 2 to 1.
Amy is not doing the 2 to 1. No, you were doing you're doing drills.
Yes.
So Amy's doing some drill work tonight.
Yes.
I'll be doing the 2 to 1. So let's see. I've got my workout saved here in the trusty Garmin, which is also charged.
The trusty.
Today
Garmin.
was the day of running batteries down, is what it was.
That's true. I did too.
So let's see. Do workout. Okay. So I'm all set. Are you guys all set? It's a quick 30-minute run with a 3-minute warm-up and cool-down on either end. Amy, are you going to join us for the 3-minute warm-up and cool-down?
Of course.
Okay. So
I'll join you. I mean,
there we
go. I don't know if I'll be at the same spot on the road as you during the cool-down, but for the warm-up, I'm
right.
here.
So let's do this. And let's get started. Here we go. The warm-up can be really whatever you feel like, whether that's a light jog, whether that's a brisk walk, whatever the case may be. If you have been working all day long, primarily say you're working a desk job, sedentary. You are not sedentary at your job.
I was not today, no.
But
sometimes I am.
A lot of times, if you are working a desk job, a warm-up pre-run can just be not even a brisk walk, just a walk. Because you may not get a chance to get up from your desk all day long, and we don't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
So hopefully everybody's doing okay tonight. This is or this evening. This is Tuesday as we are broadcasting. If you're listening on the playback, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
We had some people jump in, jump out.
Okay.
So hopefully, say hi, tell us who you are, where you're from, what you're running.
Okay.
And then on Thursday, when we do our beer chat, you can tell us who you are, where you're from, what you're drinking.
Do you know I was testing equipment and audio equipment, and I did a live, just a short live shot of the studio.
What, yesterday?
Yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
which I promptly deleted, but we had like 6 people jump in like the minute that I was testing the equipment. So thank you.
You've been the girl who cried wolf. No one's jumping in now because I think you're just going to delete it.
So I think it's my fault.
Tyler Johnson. Hey.
Oh, the one who was going to get us the beer that was brought to you by Waffle House, right?
Waffle House beer.
Yeah.
I'm still looking. I'm still keeping an eye out for that here locally.
It's not going to get here.
I don't think so.
I know that.
It would be so cool if it did, though. But we're 2 minutes in, actually a little over 2 minutes. We'll be starting. And we got some other runners on the road tonight.
Yeah.
Whew. I'm about to sneeze.
Gesundheit.
Oh,
Hi.
excuse me.
Hi. How are you?
Nobody wanted to see my sneezy face. Come on up to ATL and I'll get you my custom 6-pack of favorites. We are planning on being in Atlanta in December for the Jeff Galloway half marathon weekend.
What's in your custom 6-pack? Or is
Yes.
it seasonal?
I would be very curious.
I would like to know some offerings as we.
Because I will not be
run.
on the 75 hard during that race.
Oh, that means you have to go. Oh no, you start walking.
We're now beginning the first of the 30 segments. So,
okay.
First segment is a walk segment.
Got it. I mean.
Yeah, tell us what beers are in this. I would be really curious.
I want to know. And I'm going to listen. When you take off, I'll turn this up. I'll be in the chat.
We also have scooters on the road tonight.
Bicyclists, runners.
We don't get a lot of electric scooters in our area because it's not a very densely populated area of town.
I'm very sore. You enjoy.
Okay. And here we go.
Bye.
Amy started incorporating some strength training, and it's got her attention. I did the same thing, thanks to Josh. And Josh has definitely got my attention. Hey, Paul, good evening. Glad you could join. Tonight, getting everybody accustomed to the interval work for the 10K on the Couch to 10K program. Well, I call it a Couch to 10K. It's really the Jeff Galloway Easy 10K. But I think that's a great way to attack that particular distance. Here we go, about ready to start. The real key for everybody who's doing this either live or in the playback is, again, on the run segments, make sure that your posture is good and your stride is very short. That's what we're going for, short strides. So we don't want to lean over ourselves to make us fall forward and try to have our feet catch up. It's a really good way to face plant on concrete, which is a maneuver we should avoid. And you don't want to go really wide with your stride because you're not really sprinting. You don't want to get to where you're not conversational. So keep your shoulders up, keep your stride nice and short, quick turnover during the run segments, and life is good. The idea is you should be able to carry on a conversation with that person next to you. And if that person next to you is me, so much the better. Yeah, Amy is super curious, Tyler, about those beers. I am too, not gonna lie. We've been doing a little research on places to hit when we're in Atlanta in December, because we had to skip last year and we really missed it. And oh, this weather's so nice today. I will take it. I just realized I'm running with my house keys. I don't normally do that, at least when I'm recording. So I will see if I can adjust how I'm carrying everything so that y'all aren't treated to the never-ending jingle. Ooh. What? Oconee Brewing Mean Machine, Southern Brewing, Black and Red, Jekyll Brewing, Pineapple Habanero. Ooh. You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention. I like the sound of that. I could tell on that one, my transition out of the run was a little abrupt. Not too bad. When you do it right, it's effortless and not very jarring. When you do it wrong, when you do it really wrong, you can tell. Whoops. Drop the keys. I think I'm just going to hold on to them. So, nobody needs the extra sound effects. Dwayne! Oh, Dwayne, thank you. Likewise, my friend. Life is good. We just got back from a trip to the world. Had a blast doing that. Some time in Magic Kingdom. Let's see. Yes, Amy's given the deets. Ooh, Tantrum Brewing Double IPA. That's a milkshake IPA. Okay. That was really curious to me. Really, really curious. Whew. And here we go. There. You want to smooth those transitions out. The drills that Amy is likely doing tonight involves the acceleration gliders, which help you with the acceleration and deceleration. And then the name escapes me. The drills that help you with your turnover. Amy, help me out here. It's on the tip of my tongue. Killing me. I'm killing me, Smalls. I was going to call them tempo cadence drills. Thank you, Aim. Cadence, tempo, tomato, tomato. Okay. Whew, okay. Yeah. That's what it's called. Cadence drills. Okay. The construction, yeah, that's a thing. But what I'm loving are these sunsets. I mean, come on. Come on. Yeah. I'm dating myself with that reference, Dwayne. Today I was dropping references to the comedy classic Airplane and Spies Like Us. And I realized I'm probably the only person in the room old enough to have seen those movies. Oh, I knew you knew it right away. Oh, man. It's still a little muggy. We are on the approaching wall of a front that's going to come through day after tomorrow. Thursday, it's going to be raining all day from the looks of things, and that's probably going to preempt our run on Thursday afternoon based on early projections for the storm or for the weather. I'll let y'all know as soon as I know them. Let me check those colors out. It's super cool. Oh, man. Spies like us, see? Comedy gold. If your target audience is in their 20s, they haven't seen that movie. I promise you. Very unlikely, anyway. All right. So let's take a look real quick. We are in segment 11. That means we have 19 more segments to go. Remember, what we're doing is we're training to be better than a 16-minute per mile pace. And what we've seen already is that with the 1-to-3 ratio, that 15:45, we were killing that. And with the 1-to-2 ratio, killing it even better. So what we're doing now by maintaining that 1-to-2 ratio, that 20-second run, 40-second walk, is that we are building endurance, working on our speed, working on that turnover, and then on long run Saturday, we are building up the body's endurance for total time on the road and total distance traveled. So you can certainly do interval work on the Saturday runs if you choose. But remember, if you've been following along and running with or doing the runs in replay, you don't have to. What other 80s references can I give you? Oh, gee, all of them. And Paul, you're not wrong. It is their loss. And typo forgiven and corrected. And there's AIM. So she's doing the drills up and down the road. We have it's a half-mile stretch from our front driveway, or in front of our driveway, to the stop sign. Measured it out. Very convenient to have that for the purposes of doing like time drills. Hi. Okay. I did not. No, that's great. I don't know that I'd want it though. I realize that nothing really happened there, but still. It's like buying the Psycho Mansion. Don't know that I'd want that either. Addams Family, maybe. Uh-oh. And here we go. Had to tighten up my wristband a little bit. One thing I do notice sometimes when I'm running, get about a mile in, my wrists will shrink a little bit due to the sweat, getting rid of some of the extra fluid, and your wristband or your watch will get smaller. And for things like a Garmin or an Apple Watch, if you're relying on the sensors, you've got to make sure you have good skin to sensor contact for two reasons. One, you will get absolutely craptastic data from them if you get anything at all. And number two, you'll actually run your battery down, because a lot of times when the watches can't get a good reading, they reattempt and reattempt and reattempt. So it just drains your battery that much faster. Not as big of a problem on the Garmin, especially if you're starting out, even on race day for a 10K, starting out fully charged. But on an Apple Watch, I have found that tracking a run, half marathon, no problem. 3.5 hours, no problem. If you're doing a marathon distance and you're going beyond 3.5, 4 hours, depending on the age of your Apple Watch, the version and operating system you're running, you may find that the watch battery just won't do it for you for that length of time. And they're super inconvenient to charge on the go, because then you have to carry a battery pack with you on your run. Without that watch on during that segment of the run where you're charging, you're not getting your feedback, your data, your pace info, all that. But those magnetic chargers, they don't stay connected really well if they're jostled around. So I would say that if you're planning on doing a longer run with an Apple Watch, invest in the you can invest in the shorter charging cable. You can invest in a third-party charger that maybe holds your watch more securely, or you're going to have to get creative with like a strap of Velcro, maybe one of your face masks or buffs you have laying around, and use it almost as a wrap for the device to hold it to the charger if you throw it in your SPI belt or hydration belt or backpack or whatever the case may be. Now the good news is they recharge fairly quickly, so that's a plus. So, the technology guys give and they take away. We are in the 18th segment right now. $12 more to go. A little abrupt. Also need to shorten up that stride a little bit. I feel okay, but that's something I got to consciously work on. And I've been doing Galloway method for, 13 years, 12 years, whatever. Amy will correct me on that. Over a decade. And you'd think I'd have it dialed in, but fatigue makes you subject to cutting corners, trying to do something that's more comfortable, even though that's not always the best technique. So you got to work on that. All right. Easier transition there. Grabbing my keys because, man, I forgot to pack these things up. And again, worst places you could be running, worst things to be looking at. Okay, so 11 years. I knew that the actual talent behind the show would know the answer. It's only 11 years, feels like 13. Okay. So where are we at here? 21 segments. We got 9 more to go. And remember, that includes the 3-minute cool down, which is part of the prescribed plan. So we're good. Even on a segment where maybe I forget to breathe because I'm talking, or just being tired from not a whole lot of sleep last night and a full work day, I should be able to recover quickly enough to get right back into a normal conversational tone. So if you are doing this in playback and you find yourself really smoked at the end of the run and you're gasping, you can't talk, dial it back. Dial it back. We're not there yet. And I can see the boss in the distance. Okay, she's right. So, running since 2010, Galloway since 2011. Yes, for that first year, we just randomly made every mistake you could possibly make and tried to figure it out on our own. Okay. I thought I had a bunny here. It's actually a Halloween yard projector and a bunny. My neighborhood, I think I've mentioned it before, our neighborhood's not great for trick-or-treaters. In the 16 years or so that we've lived here, we've never had one, ever. So, years ago I at least figured out, stop buying 5-pound bags of candy. You're just going to end up eating it all. So, that's good at least. So instead, we spent that money on pumpkin beers to have after I get off the 75 hard challenge. Okay. I really need to stow these keys, but I just hate carrying something in my hand. I've never been one to run. I don't even like carrying my phone in my hand, but I do sometimes. But like those water bottles that have the hand strap, can't stand them. Can't do it. I don't know why. It drives me nuts. Whew. I'm actually going to skip this round because I could feel I could use the extra break. Why am I doing that? This is to illustrate a point and because I'm tired. But like Jeff Galloway says, you're the captain of your own ship. So let's just say I just had a rock in my shoe, or I wanted to stop and get a quick selfie with that sunset, or with my beautiful wife here who's apparently offering to carry my keys for me. She has her hand outstretched like, give me the keys. I will take them from you. she knows I can't stand it. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Teamwork makes the dream work. And a big dog ahead, so I'm going to turn the other way. And we're also only 5 segments away from being done. The point is, with the Galloway method, if you've got to give up a run segment, give it up. Something could happen. I've had running belts malfunction. I've had water bottles not seat in the holsters correctly and have to stop and grab them, rinse them off, keep going. The whole point of doing intervals from the beginning is that at the end of your run, you have juice left in the tank and you're not hitting the wall. Let's say for our purposes on the 10K, you're not hitting the wall at mile 4.5. You don't want to hit the wall at all. And if you can avoid that, then you have that juice in your tank. So then the last mile or last half mile, maybe you want to do more aggressive running. Maybe you want to change your interval up. Maybe you want to discard the interval in the last half mile. You having that juice in the tank enables you to make that call and do so on the fly. So my plan is, as we're in segment 27, I'm gonna really turn it up in the last segment here when we get to 28 or 29 and 30, so that you guys see what I'm talking about and realize that there's a lot of flexibility and power in the interval running, and it doesn't have to sacrifice speed in order to give you that flexibility. Okay. We're in segment 28 now. In segment 29, I'm going to really give it a good run for that 20 seconds. I mean, not a full tilt sprint, but faster than we've been doing to kind of make up time that I would have otherwise spent running during that segment I gave up. Sweating into my socks. Okay. That's an attention getter. And then we're going to do it again now that we're in segment 29 for segment 30. We'll do the same thing. My general rule of thumb also is that if I elect to walk a run segment, I don't try to make it up during the next walk segment, because then all you're doing is putting yourself behind the 8 ball when it comes to erasing that fatigue. Okay. Boom. Sunset. We're in segment 30. It's a walk segment. Then we're going to go into 3-minute cool down. Whew. Guys, you did it. Here you are. I hope that this run today was everything you needed. Got you off the couch, got you moving. That's my sincere hope, regardless of what your run interval is. We're just doing 30 minutes. This should be nice and approachable for just about anybody out there. Of course, talk to your doctor before embarking on any physical fitness program of any kind. Everything I do is under the care of a doctor. And we are officially in the cool down right now. So 3 minutes and we're done. That's it. Very nice. I like the fact that the recovery is very quick. The legs feel good. All in all, aside from being sweaty, and that's unfortunately because we're on the cusp of having another front come through. As the front's coming, I think it pushes moist air down towards us. It's a little humid here in my section of Southwest Florida, so it'll let you know real quick that it may be getting to be fall season, but it's not fall just yet. And this is always the dirty secret we talk about when we would talk about the old Tower of Terror 10-miler race at Disney. People would come from out of state. They don't realize that here in Florida, well, Disney especially, built on an old swamp. After the sun goes down, humidity can climb. Very often does. So you have to account for that and not underestimate it, because when you underestimate it and you go out real hard, next thing you know, you're getting heat sickness during a nighttime race. And every year we would see an increasing number of people attending that race, and an increasing number of people who attend that race falling out at the end, needing medical because of heat exhaustion or heat sickness, cramps, nausea, vomiting, bad day. Amazing race. I really wish they'd bring it back and then just really hammer the point home to people. Like, look, you may find this surprising. We don't recommend that you go for a PR at this race, and let people run it, because it was so much fun coming into that park with Tower of Terror lit up, people riding it. You're running by the big guitar there at the Rock and Roller Coaster, and then down the old Hollywood Boulevard. Just a really, really cool park experience for runners. And unfortunately, Disney's done away with all the nighttime races thus far. So hopefully we'll see them bring that back. It would be really nice. But no guarantee. All right, so my watch is about to beep. I'll give you guys the vitals on how we did. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the rate we were able to achieve doing such a gentle interval. So let me hit the stop button there. And once I hit save, I can start to get some of my analytics to share with you guys. And we're going to do that. Here we go. And what do we got? Ta-da! It is, we traveled 2.47 miles, and our average pace was 14 minutes, 38 seconds per mile. So again, for a Disney race, this is going to give you plenty of cushion from the balloon ladies. You wouldn't have to worry about sweepers at all. And that's our main goal in training this. You know, we don't want you to put in all that effort only to meet those lovely ladies, who are, by the way, very lovely. It's the guys on bikes behind them that are actually the ones that pull you from the course. The balloon ladies are just basically the dot on the map, and you have to stay in front of that dot. So if you ever run across them, be nice to them. They're actually doing you a great service. But hopefully you'll only see them at the finish line. So anyway, guys, we're done. This run is over. We will be back out here, weather permitting, on Thursday, hopefully right at 6 o'clock, to do that run and have that time together. I hope that you guys will join us. If you listen to this in playback and you do the run in playback, please drop a comment and let me know how your runs are going, what interval you're doing, how this, if you're doing a 1-to-2 ratio, how's that treating you, regardless of what your length of time is for each. It's all the same. I'd be really curious to find out how 1-to-2 is treating you. And we may vary it up next week, but we're going to stick with that this week. Oh, and also, I did realize that I severely misspoke. We actually have a good bit more running than the 7 weeks I initially talked about. This is a longer program, and I was not paying attention when I was flipping through. And we have, I think, 12 weeks total of running. I'll break it all down for everybody on the Thursday night chat when we do the beer chat from the Big Red Couch. So hopefully you guys will join us for that. And of course, we'll have a new episode in the feed later tonight. You'll have it available. Subscribe at runeatdrink.net. You can click on the listen now button to hear it right there in your web browser. Of course, you can go down to the Apple Podcasts link in the Google Play Store and subscribe in your favorite podcatcher on either platform. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Great run today. If you're getting off the couch, if this is your first time doing something like this, I'm super proud of you. And I hope that this encourages you to keep doing these types of events. Find that first 5K or 10K and get registered for it. And just, embrace this activity and have some fun with it. So until tomorrow, or until Thursday, you guys get some rest, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye.